Okay, we're going to be making a fromelette today. I thought I had made up that term, but apparently it's already in use for a combination of a frittata and an omelet. However, I use it to indicate a combination of fried egg omelet. It's very important you start off with good quality eggs. Organic or these pasture raised egg quality is very important. Now you want to put the flame on low, not too high, or it'll go much too fast in terms of the cooking speed. I like this Irish butter. It's softer. You take about that much, maybe a little more. You want to have a good amount of butter because, well, of course it tastes good, but also it helps when you flip to have a lot of butter in it. Now, if you were having toast, put the toast in now. Now, we're not going to make toast today. Put it in at the beginning. That way, when you time it, the toast is ready when you're ready to eat your eggs. Don't put the toast in once the eggs are done because they're sitting there waiting for the toast. And I don't know about you, but it always feels like it takes forever for the toast to toast. Then the eggs are getting cold while the toast is toasting. You can use Swiss or American or any other cheese. I prefer Swiss. I like the Swiss because, well, I like the flavor. And I like this one because it's sliced thin, which is better than thicker sliced, which is what this is. Now, I like to use this size pan. The larger one is not as good because obviously the eggs are going to spread out a little bit, and if it's too thin, then it's really hard to flip because it's too thin of the egg material. Spread this butter out, cover all your surface like that. Remember, keep the flame low. Now I use 3 eggs for a variety of reasons. One, I'm going to turn this down even a little bit more. Two eggs I find in this pan, it doesn't quite fill the space very well, and so it's hard to flip. So you can see it's spread out nicely, covering the surface of the pan. Now this is key. You want to basically like just pierce the yolk part just a little bit like that. Not too much. This way it spreads out a little bit. You want it to spread out just a little bit. At least that's what I prefer. Still, the yolk is still intact basically, but it's spreading out a little bit. Now, this is the Swiss. I like to put it here where the handle is. I break up into 2 thin slices and just put it like that. Let it cook just a little bit. I use this. It's a spatula, and then I don't know what you'd call that, a spatula I guess, but a thinner one. I'm gonna give it about another 15 seconds or so. You don't want to let it cook too long. Now this is the hard part. You want to try to flip this you kind of lift this up with that, and then you try to flip it. It's pretty tricky. And there you go. So we flipped it. You can see that it's nice and intact, pretty much. It's never going to be exactly intact. Now here comes the really hard part. You're going to try to flip this. Now you could just use the pan and flip it, but usually it'll fall apart. So what I try to do is I put this here to stabilize, and then I put this here, and you try to flip it in such a way that it doesn't fall apart. It's tricky. Sometimes the ends will flop. And there we go. You're always going to get a little bit of seepage from the edge here, but that's okay. I usually just kind of collect it up and put it on top like that. All right, now we're ready to put it on the plate. Put the toast in at the beginning. It would just basically be popping up. Now what I try to do here is I try to kind of get it on the plate, and you can see there's some extra like butter and stuff. I try to kind of shake it a little bit so that most of that extra is left in the pan. Make sure you turn this off. And there you have it. Now your toast would go right here. You got your cream cheese. I prefer chive. It's my favorite. But you know, whatever you like. There you go.